I have it
So
ready to go.
I can see that Christian's video is lagging again.
But you said
But
the recording would
we
be
know
fine.
this. This is the story that like it looks
This
like
is
it
the
lags,
story.
but it's not.
Well, if you guys will let me finish talking before interjecting, I was saying Christian's video is lagging, so sometimes we may have to pause and wait for Christian to talk. Oh,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Who knows? In like 30 minutes, it could be your camera or Justin's camera.
Wow.
I have
Yeah, I
like my
think
Ethernet and all that's my.
what it is, I think our phones, they overheat, and when it overheats, it slows all the processing stuff down. And I think that's what happens.
Slow. You said I'm
Yeah.
slow.
No,
Yeah.
just your phone.
No. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Boudoir Banter with me, Detoxx, Busti-AE, and my special puppy,
Christian Rez.
Woo! I wish I had my sound machine to make sound. Um, we also have a very, very special guest. We're gonna have our special guest go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Justin. And I'm family. I'm like I'm right outside in that personal circle, and I'm here to key with you guys and have a good time.
You're here to give some
Yes.
banter,
Yes, to be
Right.
the banter,
right?
We can
Oh
always
my
use
God,
some more
this
banter.
in the boudoir. We're trying to get it to stick because we're brand new with our name. This is our second episode filming with our newly
Yes,
branded
that's
name,
true.
and we got to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that we're incorporating it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's jump right into the episode. Before we get into this current episode, last week we saw that Ms. Vita got sent home. Now, Justin, I know you weren't here with us last week. Do you think she should have been in the bottom?
Yes. I think that last week's rankings were fair. Like, I think the places were fair. I think that her and Juicy definitely belonged in the bottom two. And yeah, I kind of saw it coming like from the beginning. I think also Vita's runway look wasn't her finest presentation. I think she's had way better looks. She's made better looks in the workroom. We've seen it, in a design challenge. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. That's what she brought, or that's what she had. Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely saw her elimination coming for sure.
Mm-hmm. Word. And Christian, did you see that coming? Like, how did you feel about Vita
Honestly,
going home?
I didn't see it coming, but judging by like how she did the past 2 weeks, I was like, it's not looking cute for Miss Vita.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was fair, but it was definitely unexpected for me. Yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
surprised because she's strong.
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely. I had Vita as my winner for like a few now, and I was like, "Damn, girl, you messed up." But
Vita was turning it, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's RuPaul's Drag Race. It's a competition, and somebody got to go home. So we cut to the girls walking in back from the sad side elimination of Vita. And we see that the girls were really broken up. And before you guys say anything, I noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but on the stage where, after everybody is eliminated, they bring the girls back to like dance, and the girls couldn't even really dance because they were so sad. And I'm like, this
Yeah.
elimination really like shook them up.
Yeah, I love when the rankings, like whoever falls in the bottom or the elimination, gets the girls out of needing to dance it out at the end. Like, those are the best cutaways when the girls are plucked or upset with the elimination. Sure, this one was sad, but it was crazy to see how devastated everybody was. Like, Juicy
Yeah.
was pretty much sobbing for the first like 3 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a testament to like who Vita was in the group and the kind of character she had for the girls too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that they all saw her as somebody that was going to the top 4. Like, I think if you asked all the
Absolutely.
girls, her name would have been in there. So they were like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like you said, like right at the top of the episode, Juicy was like balling up a storm. And I was like, damn, Juicy, like you won, you stayed. But again, like you said, that's a testament to how the impact that Vita had on them. And right out the back too, we also see Jane Don't is a little scared because she's like, girl, Juicy has all the dance talent and nobody wants to go against Juicy.
Yeah, I think Juicy has already shown I think Juicy has a reputation coming into the season for sure, and Juicy is showing she's not holding back on the stage. Like, oh, she's gonna flip, she's gonna perform, she's gonna stunt. That's who she is.
Like,
Yeah.
if you guys were in the bottom, would you want to go against Juicy, Christian?
No, I wouldn't wanna go against Juicy. And I wouldn't wanna go against Juicy because she's gonna do flips, and the camera loves flips. Like, I wouldn't wanna go against her because I think she would be a better lip syncer than me, but because she would, like, turn out some trick at a moment and, like, a trick that I can't do. That's why I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
want to.
What about you, Justin? Would you be scared to go against Juicy? And
I think as a performer, I don't know if it's fear, it's more like nerves. I think the anxiety of having to put on a show that's like equal to what Juicy's gonna do and pull out is like hard to feel. Like, I don't know if it's fear, but I definitely would feel nervous. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna compete with this girl. I
Right.
mean, not that I would be there anyway, but
you never
You
know.
never know.
yeah, that's true.
There's room for everybody. There's room for
But
everybody.
I just think that, yeah, I would definitely be anxious being on that stage. Like, and I think Christian,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. It's TV at the end of the day. It's not just stage performance. It is also TV, and anybody can give a good stage performance. But are you going to give a TV ready performance
Yeah.
when it comes down
She
to it?
kinda
And I think
reminds
that's the
me of
question.
Jasmine Masters. Like, not Jasmine Masters, I'm sorry,
Jasmine Kennedy.
Jasmine
I was
Kennedy.
like, I
Thank
was
you for the
Yes.
credit, you know what I meant. She reminds me of
Yes.
Jasmine Kennedy in that way, where, like, the
Yeah.
girl was constantly in the bottom and everybody was like, "Whoever's in the bottom has to go against Jasmine." Like, we already know.
And she's going to pull out a TV ready stage performance for sure. Yeah.
Crazy.
honestly, for me, I think if it was like the first or the second episode, I would have been scared, or like the nerve, like you said, Justin, the nerves would have came in. But we're at episode 8 right now. If I was to go against Juicy now, I know that Juicy's gonna do the same dumb tricks, and I would play a ginger minge. I would go over to her and look at her when she does this dip, and be like, and
Yes.
fake it out like how she was doing against Georges. But also I feel like,
Yes.
and it's one of those things now with Juicy. I feel like if she lands in the bottom, and I think Christian, you said this, if Juicy lands in the bottom again and doing the same repetitive moves, it's getting old,
Yeah, I
and
don't think
we're
it's
not
gonna
gonna be
play well.
living for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
RuPaul already wasn't living for it that much this time.
mhm. Yeah, no, absolutely. So we see the girls are walking right back over to the couch to sit down. They're still a little sad about Vita going home. But, Mikey is pretty excited about her win. And I must say, like, I'm also really excited for Mikey because I think it was like the second episode where we saw her in acting challenge where like she was doing really good. And I feel like now they are like really featuring her and showing her acting skills.
Yep, yep. Mikey and Darlene are definitely, like, securing their spots right now. I think they're
Hmm.
getting featured heavily in the editing, and they're showing the judges that, like, they're very well-rounded. There
Hmm.
are 2 queens that the judges were like, "I was really impressed with you this week. I was really impressed with you." So, they're getting the attention now.
I completely agree with you, Christian. Like, I think that Darlene and Mikey specifically are getting a lot of airtime. They're getting a lot of spotlight on like their
Now,
characters on the show. Yeah, especially now. And I think it's interesting to think of Mikey back in that acting challenge and how she got overshined by or
Juicy,
outshone by Juicy. I didn't agree, but I think the judges saw Juicy sort of come out of her shell more in that scene because Mikey was there to
coach
encourage
her.
her. And
Right.
we'll actually kind of see that again later in the episode when, Mikey and Juicy are in the same cohort and Mikey kind of tries to like give Juicy some, you know, jokes on a plate, and we'll see that when they enter in that scene together. I definitely noticed that again.
We also see that, Kenya brought up that most of the girls in the competition all have wins, and only 3 of them don't have wins, which is Darlene,
Yeah.
Kenya, and Discord, right? Now, this is a question I want to ask for the both of you guys. Do you guys think that you need to have a win in order to win RuPaul's Drag Race or to be in the finale? Christian, what do you think?
I think like to be considered as serious competition, the other girls and probably the producers too want to see wins. I think it comes more from the girls. Like the girls want to know who their competition is and they want to see challenge winners beside them. But to
Mm.
answer your question, no, I don't think that you have to necessarily win all the challenges or even win one challenge to be you could glide by safe. Like Discord could easily be top 4.
No, I don't
Challenges
think
to be
you
in the top?
I don't think you need I think I agree again. I don't think you need a challenge win to be in the finale. I think having a challenge win justifies a win of the season. So like, we saw it with like Sasha Velour and Shea Coulee, where Sasha only really gets to the finale with like the least, or her and Peppermint had like the least amount of wins, but they're both sort of pushed forward in the finale in like in a top two showdown, and Trinity and
Mhm,
Shea had more wins than them comparatively.
mhm,
So
Sure.
it really just depends on who producers are favoring at the finale.
mhm. Yeah, like, I think, yeah, it's like the both of you guys said. Yes, the wins will justify the win in the challenges will justify the win of the season, but you can just like coast by. But I also think like they're looking for America's next drag superstar, right? And if your personality has not been breaking through or breaking those barriers to win a challenge, then how are you going to be that drag race winner superstar to break through the audience after you've won? So I think those wins definitely matter. So yeah. Um, so we cut to the next day, and the girls are out of drag. They are back, walking back into the workroom from their long extended weekend. We can see some facial hair on some of the girls. Um, and right away, we see that the girls are poking fun at Darlene, and they were saying that anytime someone has been in a scene with her, they've been eliminated. And I was like, "Ooh, is Darlene the bad luck?" But there were like two people that weren't in scenes with Darlene. I think it's Briar Blush and Didi Fuego, and they got sent home like so. I
Yeah.
was like, it didn't really count. But like Mandy Mango, Vita, and was there somebody else that got sent home that was all in scenes with her and then got sent home? Um, do you know what was interesting? So right after this, it cuts to RuPaul walking back into the workroom. And I was like, I know them girls talked about something else. And also, we didn't have no rules.
Once
And I'm like,
again, no rules. We're very broken up about the absence of these rules
Bring it
because they
back.
yeah.
bring
And
back
I'm
the
like,
rules.
right? I'm like, RuPaul, I need to see the extended version of what happened because I'm like, you put so much work into hyping up these rules. You had us excited, like it's gonna lead to something. But what if the only reason why they only did those numbers is because those numbers are the combination of something that they're not gonna tell us, but at the end they're gonna be like, surprise, do you remember the rules? And we're gonna be like, yes, there are 17, 53, 27, and I don't remember the rest of that.
Like a sweepstakes. They're like, if you can remember all the rules, you win a
Right?
ticket to the finale in LA.
But anyway, so like I was saying, RuPaul walks in back into the room and she tells the girls that this week we are playing the Snatch Game of Love Island. How do you guys are you guys a fan of the Snatch Game, by the way?
Yeah, it's easily one of the best like challenges of the Drag Race universe. That and like the girl group challenge, those are like my faves that they do.
And what do you guys think about like the mashup, having it being like a Snatch Game of Love Island? Would you prefer a
No,
regular Snatch Game?
I think
Yeah.
I think they need to either. My opinion on Snatch Game is that they don't do a good job of helping. I think that Snatch Game is just bad in general because one bad seed in Snatch Game makes the Snatch Game itself bad, in my opinion.
Hmm.
And I think that it's really weak when more than half of the girls can't perform or shine in the Snatch Game and they're dreading it. And it gets
Hmm.
Yeah.
them in this space of I can't perform, I can't succeed. And I think it's
Mhm.
it's multiple things. Like celebrity impersonations are hard, like needing to make one person in particular laugh. You can make all the people around you laugh, but if the one person hosting the thing isn't laughing at you, then you're not going to
Hmm.
do well. And it's hard to like hit that nail on the head all the time. I honestly would prefer if it was just regular format Snatch Game and the girls just play themselves, right? They're always telling the girls
You mean the girls play themselves like how? Like no
play
celebrity
who
impersonation?
like if they're already playing characters, why are they playing characters of characters of characters? Like they can just be themselves as Snatch Game contestants and play Snatch Game as Mia Star, as Mikey Meeks, and it's like you're already coming up with these answers. What
Yeah.
what does the celebrity impersonation really add to this episode? Nothing really. They've already deviated so far from that. People are playing fictional characters. People are playing random ass people, and like it already has lost so much of its essence that they could just make it Snatch Game with the characters, and whoever's making Rue laugh makes Rue laugh. Like that's how I see it.
Hmm.
I
You know,
think that's what that they have to figure out, the girls. Like, they want them
hmm
to figure out that they have to be themselves.
hmm
So they're like,
but
"Play a different person," but
I do disagree with you a little bit, Justin,
Mhm.
because I like the idea of the girls who are in drag playing characters or playing a character because obviously if you're in drag you're more likely playing a character, because I think what this does, it allows them to see their personality outside of the character that they present. Like, good example, Discord, right? Like Discord playing a different character, it shows a jump from the person that she always presents on stage or in the workroom, which obviously we'll talk about a little bit later. But I think it's a good idea. Now, when it comes to people making up fake characters, that is a problem. Which Mikey Meeks actually, she does a review show at her home bar, and she actually talked about how she like, oh, if you did Snatch Game, it has to be an actual character, not some fictional made up stuff. And I was like, "Ooh, girl, Mikey, she was coming for the girls." But like, I agree. But also, I think, and this is the last part I'm going to say, I think that when you make up a fictional character that everybody may know, it sometimes can be funny because then that gives you the ability to show more of your personality because people don't know what that character is. So yeah. So after RuPaul told the girls that it's gonna be Snatch Game of Love Island, we could see some of those girls were really stressed. And two of those people, well, three, you know what? The Dions. Mikey, not Mikey, Juicy,
Athena,
Athena,
Juicy,
and what's the other girl name? Oh my god,
Mia,
Mia.
Mia.
They were all a little bit scared. And I feel like Athena had she had a decent idea of who she wanted to play, but obviously it was but we saw that Juicy had no fucking idea who she wanted. She was like, I want to be
Excuse me.
Sofia Vergara. I want to be Gloria Estefan. I want to be Selena. She was like, I want to be somebody Latin.
Juicy
How
doesn't
do you
know
guys feel
what's
about
going on. Juicy, poor Juicy, honestly. I was like, and I was thinking, like, how do you come to this? Like, Jane is right. Like, how do you come to this show and like not have that figured out? It's like they
hmm
know the challenges clearly based on what they come through on the runway with. They know what the runways are. You know what to expect. You know there's gonna be this many challenges. You know there's gonna be Snatch Game. You know you're gonna have to sew. So the fact that girls come unprepared still is like, what were you doing? Why didn't
Yeah.
like this is season 18 now. This is not a new show.
hmm
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she didn't figure out what she's gonna do with that.
So yeah, so we see the girls are, it's Snatch Game time. Woo woo woo. And in the first group, it is Athena, Jane, Mia, Nini, and Darlene. And first out of the gate, we see Athena. She's playing Greta Feta Onassis. And I'm like, who the hell is that?
Ridiculous
Like, what do you
name.
guys think?
I think she's just being like a Greek auntie, which when she like was deciding what her character was gonna be, that is what I was thinking in my head. Like, girl, why don't you just be like an auntie? Like, be a character that you know really, really well. So I think that's what she wound up doing, and then just gave it a name
I
for.
I think this kind of touches on what I was saying earlier. This feels like Athena being Athena in Snatch Game. Like she's just upping the Greek, upping the auntiness, like upping the momisms. Like I this is kind of what I want to see Snatch Game become is just these characters blown out of proportion into this like stereotype, if you will.
Hmm
I think she looks great. I think she was funny in her entrance. she's supposed to be this like esteemed, housewife character, and I think she's pulling it off.
Mhm. And we
Yeah.
also know that that wasn't her first character choice. She wanted to do something else.
Yeah,
When
she tells Rue she wants to be Charlie Chaplin, and Rue immediately is like, "But how is that funny?"
You know, if it was asking you how you're gonna make it funny, it's not funny.
yeah,
I kind of wish she had given her a chance to make it funny. Like, I kind of just wish Rue sets them up to be more interesting instead of like always trying to lead them in a direction that she
yeah.
wants them to do.
But imagine if Athena had did Charlie Chaplin as a Greek auntie, right? I think that would have been a little funnier because I don't really know much about Charlie Chaplin, but he never talked, right? Because he did a
Right,
lot
so
of
he
silent
could do
films.
anything.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
he could have been from Greece. Like you never know. He could have had one of those accents. So I thought that would have been so funny if she did that.
She did
But
Charlie
yeah.
Chaplin as a Greek man.
hmm and next we saw Jane Doe as Truman Capote. And I'm not really sure who Truman Capote is either. Like I've heard the name, but I'm not invested in like those type of older people. But I thought it was very funny.
It was funny, yeah. Because I didn't really like know who that was or like I wasn't like committed to her character like she was. You know, it was funny. She was clearly volleying with Rue well. So I think she did well as that character. I just had no idea what it was. So like it wasn't that funny to me.
hmm
But, you know, good for her. She was in her bag, like performing. So
Yeah.
yeah, she did well.
And I think this goes back to what you were saying, Justin, where I think this was Jane took the idea of what a character is. And I think Truman Capote's thing was like he was always doing exposés on people. We don't know what he's like, but we're seeing Jane being this person and being like funny and exposing on things. So I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was very strong. I liked again. I immediately clocked Jane and Athena interacting when Jane walks in, and
Uh
Athena's
huh.
like, "Hey, Eleanor Roosevelt!" Like that shit tickles me, and it just proves how much of a professional the both of them are that they're able to like step into this challenge and immediately improvise with one another and
Mm-hmm.
Kiki. And I also didn't know who Truman Capote was. But I will say Jane's characterization of her of well, it could be her, but of them is um it was very interesting, and I would love to like learn more about this person. I was nervous that it was gonna feel like a Leslie Jordan again from just
Yeah, that is.
the vague description that she gave during the episode made me think, oh, is this going to be a Leslie Jordan? So it's going to be a knockout because we kind of know that character already. But
Mm-hmm.
I like that Jane was able to be true to what Truman Capote was known for, which was like exposing folks, like men in the industry. Um, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought, yeah, again, I thought it was funny. I think she did a great job.
Yeah. Oh my God. And next, Mama, Mama Mia. Mama, Mama Mia. Girl came out as Bloody Mary, but like we saw in the workroom, she was trying to do Big Ange. And this is when the point where RuPaul was like, yeah, Big Ange had a Long Island accent. Can you do it? And Mia was like, she had a New Jersey accent. And I'm like, girl, if you don't know where Big Ange is from, don't do it. Don't do it. And I think she was gonna do it because Big Ange is known for like big titties, and we all know Mia loves big titties. What did you
You
think of
know,
this, Christian? Her doing Bloody Mary.
it was a flop. The Bloody Mary was more of a Virgin Mary.
Not even that.
Um, it wasn't even that. The Virgin Mary would have been a funnier character. Be a star playing the Virgin Mary,
Big
being
busty Virgin
being
Mary.
now that would have been funny. All she had to do was be Mia as the Virgin Mary, and she would have been a you see, so this
This is
goes
what
back
I'm
to what you were
saying.
saying. But the judges want them to figure that out.
To
It's
figure
like they're
out that
trying
they just want to be themselves.
it's like a meta like message that they want them to figure out. But
hmm
yeah, Mia sucked as the Bloody Mary. Sorry. Um
Well,
she
yeah,
didn't
it
do
was bad.
well. I don't know why she and all the girl had to do was once again, I'm being a broken record, but all she had to do was like be herself because like she doesn't have to be scary. It's like when Trinity did Satan. Like she wasn't trying to be evil, she was being Trinity.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say
And
that's
that's
exactly
what
my
made it
point.
funny because they're opposites. So I don't know.
Mhm.
That's it. She didn't do well.
Yeah, it was really disappointing to see Mia today in this episode. I'm a huge Mia Star fan. I wanted
Mhm.
she was my top 3 pick of the Dion's. Like I was like, of the Dion's, I think she's making it top 3. And just to see her sort of flounder here was really, really hard to see. It was hard to see this like huge personality and like great presence on the cast just completely sink. I've never seen her so small. Um, yeah, and I agree, Christian. I think like a Virgin Mary in this like busty outfit with like a habit, it would have been hilarious. Like we would have seen more of that. I kind of wish I'd seen like period jokes or just like more blood jokes or like spooky ooky jokes. Like, I mean, even taking jabs at like other franchises, like she could have just made like Dragula
Mhm.
jokes or like just sort of be like more
Yeah.
meta about her references instead of being scared of the Bloody Mary. Like, you know, this person's scary. You know, there's like, you know, a curse about her that she like curses people. She could have just made anything up at that point. And yeah, it was just really hard to see.
Mhm. And,
Yeah.
and I think RuPaul, like, in the challenge, RuPaul was throwing them all at her, and it was just like she was just like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, you
know."
could tell RuPaul wanted her to excel as that character. She was like, "Now that's interesting." Because in the workroom, she was like, "That's interesting. We've never seen that
Mhm.
character." So I think when RuPaul sees like something ridiculous that they haven't done on the show before, he's interested.
We have Nene Coco as Sir David Attenborough, another person who I have no idea who it is.
You and
I
Juicy.
know I know David Attenborough, Attenborough, like from the
David
Yeah, the
Nat
nature
thing
Geo, like the
documentaries.
nature documentaries. Yeah, for sure.
I don't watch nature documentaries because I am in nature. But, did you guys think that she, like, was executing who the character was?
Yeah, 10
Oh,
out of 10.
10 out of 10. No notes for Nene. I mean, I just again, I think we talked about Darlene and Mikey being featured, and I just see more of Nene even getting featured in this episode. And what a knockout! It was so good.
Oh,
Yeah,
but the people being featured, Darlene, Nene, Mikey, flip it
that might
around,
be.
top 3.
They really
I
might
see
be.
it.
They really
Yeah.
might be the top 3 because
Um,
it's
I
not Athena, it's not Yeah,
and yeah, I think the character was funny. Again, like I said, I didn't know who David Attenborough is, but Nene really delivered on the character. And I think one of the funny standout jokes for me was when she went to sat down and she looked over, I think, at Jane's character, Truman Capote, and she was like, "Thank you, Ross Matthews."
Bro, the whole thing, just incredible timing, great comedic like value
Uh-huh.
coming out of that character. It was so good.
Yeah. And then last, we have Darlene as Mrs. Claus. And I was like, okay, it was funny. It was cute. I saw
yeah,
it. Yeah,
it
it was
was
safe.
cute.
It was
Yeah,
all
it was
right.
a safe performance, but I thought she had really funny moments, so I thought she was, like, really in her character, and she had, like, puns prepared. So,
Hmm.
yeah, she wasn't as funny as some of the other girls in her group, but she did a good job, for sure.
Yeah. And Christian, I'm surprised you didn't come today as Santa Claus because I know you had that Santa suit.
Oh my god, I do have a
Um,
Santa suit. I thought about it. I thought about cosplaying as Santa Claus.
right. We should put the picture up here somewhere. I don't know which side is on.
Yeah, I'll put the
You gonna
picture
send me
out.
the picture? I think during that challenge, we saw that like Mia was bombing so hard. And I think at that point, Athena was like, baby girl, I am safe. I am safe from that group because it was really bad.
Yeah. I feel
What?
like
Yeah.
even though it was not I feel like it almost gave the other girls relief to see Mia doing bad because they were like, "Okay, I'm not in the bottom, it's her." You know, like, so it almost made them relax and settle into their characters, seeing the person who was actually doing
Hmm.
sorry to say.
And then, another part that I like, Mia kept on breaking her character because of Nini's jokes. And did you guys catch that? Like,
I thought it was
Darlene,
Yeah.
Darlene. Darlene
yeah,
was breaking
yeah,
character.
Darlene, oh
Darlene
yeah,
too.
Darlene kept on breaking characters because of Nini's jokes. And I was like, at that point, I was like, oh, Nini is winning this
Is
group.
taking it.
Nini is in this
Yep.
group. Like, yeah, that was really funny. Um, The next group up, we saw Kenya, Mikey, Juicy, and Discord. Now, the first one that came out was Miss Kenya as Lizzo. What did you guys think?
Well, actually, when Kenya came out as Lizzo, like had high hopes and I thought that she was gonna do well. Because it started off like kind of strong, but then it went nowhere. So,
Mhm.
I thought she looked good, but was she funny? Not really.
I agree. I mean, Kenya kind of sets herself up even in the beginning of the episode. She's like, I ain't prepared for this version of it. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not sure this is different from what they would have been doing with you before. I think what Kenya was missing in her characterization was listening to the prompts that she was getting. And she had all these sexy jokes prepared, or she probably had in her head
Yeah.
kind of jokes she wanted to just say,
Mhm.
instead of just listening to what was being given to her and responding like Kenya Pleaser. Because her answers didn't even make any sense. Like, even listening
Mhm.
to her answers
Yeah.
was like, you clearly wanted to make this skin flute joke, but it doesn't make sense in the context of the character. So, like, I kind of just wish Kenya had listened a little bit more in the challenge. I think that just would have helped her more
Mhm.
because I think she hit the characterization physically spot on. I mean, she does this professionally, like she impersonates Lizzo professionally, like in gigs, right? So she knew she was going to get the look down. But again, this is where it trips up the girls. Like, they're so caught up in the celebrity impersonation of it all that they're not actually like thinking about what they have to say and how they have
Mhm.
to say it. And we saw that with Kenya.
Um, I didn't think she looked like Lizzo. Like, if you want to say she was fat and black, yes, she
I
played
mean,
that very
obviously,
well.
she's not like 100% a Lizzo lookalike, but
Yeah,
I think I think she has admitted, and like she has admitted, and she's known for her Lizzo impersonations. I'm not saying she looks like Lizzo.
think she has admitted that she's known for her Lizzo performances because this was not an impersonation. This was Kenya in that curly wig and a dance outfit. That was not Lizzo. She did not sound like
Oh
Lizzo.
yeah, I didn't.
She did not
I
look like
agree with that.
Lizzo. She had a flute. She couldn't play the flute like Lizzo. It was a no for me, girl. I'm sorry, but going back to what you were saying about her listening, the only time I felt like she listened was when she walked in, and I think RuPaul asked her like what meat she prefers, and then she was like
Yeah.
dark meat, and then she looked over and she was like white
That
meat.
was funny. That
That
was
was
so
funny.
funny. That was
That
Right.
was really
so
Once
funny.
again,
funny.
because she was responding as Kenya. She wasn't being
Right.
Yeah,
Lizzo in that moment.
yeah. So next up we have Mikey meets as Drew Barrymore, which I was like the character, the mannerisms, they were spot on and really good.
Yeah. That was an impersonation for sure.
Yeah, truly, truly an
That was like
impersonation.
her and Jane were doing impersonations.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason why I felt like Mikey was so good because Christian and I went to go see Drew Barrymore, and as I was
Nice.
watching Mikey, I was like, this is exactly who
That is
the
how she
idea
acts.
of Drew Barrymore is. And I think again, going back to like why Snatch Game, like why have them make characters, where I think Mikey was still being she was showing what she could do with a character. And I think that was really funny about it. And it was interesting when she was trying to like volley with Kenya and she was like, girl. Like, and I feel like, and I can see in my head, Mikey was stuck for a second, but she bounced back so fast to like play it up, and I think it worked really well. So good job, Mike.
I mean, no notes. Thought it was incredible. I mean, if I had to pick two tops from each group, it's Mikey and it's Nene. I think they were like the shining stars of each group.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Agreed.
And
Like
then,
Mikey with her feet up on the couch, like that just took me out. It's
That
just
was
so
so
funny. It
Drew.
was so good. Yeah, yeah, because
hmm
she's so informal
Drew,
and like intimate.
next
them
up,
kids.
next up we saw Miss Juicy coming out as before she. I'll tell you what she came out as. Like I was like, I, I, I feel for you, girl. I feel for you.
I kind of liked her entrance, like her walking in and having that personality. I was like, okay, we're going somewhere. Maybe this is taking me where I need to go, right to the JoJo Siwa world. But then she got sat down on the couch and started being this like mask, like I was like, what are you? What you're being not JoJo Siwa, you know, when you're like get up and you shimmy and you're like being all flirty, like that's not who JoJo Siwa is, which is where we lose that personification of her. Um, and honestly, watching the whole time, I turned to Mark and I was like, she could have been Bruno Mars because she was characterizing this like sensual Latin like situation, like when she was talking to the contestants, like she could have just put on that orange brown suit that Bruno Mars had, fixed her curly hair, and she could have been Bruno Mars for 2 hours. I think I could have seen it.
That we need to tag her in and be like, "Hey, Juicy, you should have just did Bruno Mars. When you come back for All
Right?
Stars, do Bruno Mars."
I think
Right.
she could have rocked out a Bruno Mars situation and just like fell into that characterization of a person.
Yeah, so definitely, Juicy for All Stars, whatever season you are gonna play Bruno Mars. Um, then I believe last we had Discord as the Pope. And I thought this was so hilarious. And you know why it was so hilarious for me? Because this it's a total breakaway from Discord's like what we're so used to seeing. Like she had so much personality. And going back, this is what I was saying, where she's not invested in a character where we're seeing this whole other personality, like how she interprets a character. And low-key, I'm not surprised because I feel like all season she's been telling us like I do these interpretation. Her mind is very like creative. I could see that. I really saw that.
Yeah, it
Christian?
was really, really funny. I thought Discord was so funny, the funniest that we've seen her all season so far. And I think Discord, I think this is a good example of playing Snatch Game with strategy.
And
Yeah,
what
I
do you
couldn't
think,
agree.
Justin?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think Discord really, really did a really good job with this character. I was surprised to not see her at the top for this. And I think
She
she
was
was
surprised
too.
too.
um, but
She was shook.
I think that's the magic of production, knowing that it might bother Discord to not really get her flowers. But Discord,
Mhm.
if you're listening to this, wherever you are, you did that was hilarious work. It was incredible. And I also like I still see Discord's point of view in this character, even though it's not like
Yeah.
her personality. I think
Mhm.
making the Pope this like flamboyant
The gay
person is
twink.
real. Yeah, it's like really funny to um see this character come to life in Discord's perspective of like make taking a jab at like the institution of Christianity and the Vatican and all that stuff. I thought it was
Mhm.
really good. Mhm.
Yeah. Would just seem like
Um,
that is in line with Discord's
With
personality is like,
yes,
yeah, taking a jab at the establishment, at the big dogs, you know. So yeah.
that's what I
agreed.
was gonna say. That is the score's like whole thing. Like she wants to fight back against the system. Like I've been looking at some of the posters that she's made, like the arguments that she's gotten into with Nisha Lopez. Like she's all about fighting back against the system, which I'm like, you know what, Discord, you're slaying for
Go
me.
off. Go off, sis.
Um, one thing I didn't have to clock though, Miss Discord was in some flip flops. Some slippers, not flip
She
flops, but she was in
wasn't.
some slippers. RuPaul was like, "Do a twirl," and I was like, "I've seen those slides before. Christian has those slides."
Yeah.
All right, so from group one, who do you guys think was the winner? There's no two winners. There's one winner out of that whole group. Who do you guys say?
Out of group one,
Yes. Who was your
Nini.
winner? Nene? Okay, word.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin?
Yeah, I would say Nini was my winner pick from group one.
Group one? Okay.
Hmm.
Same. I agree. Nene was the winner. And who was the bottom from group one?
Mia.
I didn't even see the second group and I wrote Mia bottom. But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
fair.
love Mia. I'm like such a big fan of hers, but today was not your day, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also agree. Mia was the bottom for me, and Nene was the top. Now, from group two, who was the bottom?
Kenya.
Yeah, I wrote down Kenya because I believed the JoJo Siwa a little bit more than I did the Lizzo, to be
Hmm.
honest. um, yeah, Kenya was not your day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree. I think it was Kenya. And I was gonna say Juicy, but I was like, you know what? Juicy gave more energy, and Juicy believed that she was JoJo Siwa. Like, well, I think when
She
Juicy
Right,
was
thinks of
right,
JoJo
trying.
Siwa, that's what
right,
she believes JoJo Siwa is.
right, right.
Yeah, just like that. I know I said you can't have two tops from that, but
Oh,
I'm gonna say my top was Discord.
Okay,
okay.
Who was your
okay.
Yeah.
tops?
Mikey was my number one. Like, I thought Mikey was gonna win the day. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly. It's just because Mikey, like, they were both so good, Mikey and Discord. But if we're getting nitpicky, like, Mikey's characterization of Drew was just so much more specific. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's top.
So I want to know, Christian and Justin, who would you guys have done if you had to do the Snatch game? I'm gonna start with me. I think if I was to do the Snatch game, the person that I would do would be Miss Cleo. And I feel like the reason why I do it, yes, we've seen it been done. We've seen it been done really bad. And I feel like it's just one of those legendary moments where it could get compared to other people. But I think that I would also do a good job at it because I'm really good with being quick on my feet. And I think that's what would have been made it like amazing.
honestly, I would probably go the, like, made up character route. I am not I mean, I think I'm funny because I'm, like, a storyteller, like, I'm good on stage, but I'm not trying to be another person. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not good
Hmm.
at that, the impersonations and, like, the mannerisms. Um, yeah, so I'll just probably be, like, a made up character, I like the idea of a tooth fairy. I think that would be interesting. I think, like, some sort of,
Hmm.
like, myth and legend, like, a Snatch game that stands
Mm,
out to me is the boogeyman, like Evie's boogeyman from, like, All
yeah.
Star 7. Like, that's the kind of route I would take, is some sort of fictional
Hmm.
character and bring them to life and just be like a person like that.
Okay,
Oh my god,
work.
I refine mine now. Now hearing that, I changed my
Yeah.
answer. I would be the chupacabra.
Like, that's so funny!
So anyways, we cut to the next day. The girls are back in the workroom and they are getting ready. And right off the back, we see Mia is a good sport about it.
Yeah, I think Mia knows it's not her day. And I'm sure she's preparing in her head for the runway and the lip sync. But it's always funny to see the girls know. Like, she's like, "Oh,
Mhm.
that's not. I'm definitely gonna win. Like, I think I won this week." Is so funny to me. That level of delusion that's playful is, like, always a good time.
But yeah, I think Mia, she was definitely being a very good sport about it. We also see in this moment, Darlene was getting some more feature exposés and really talking about her upbringing and her life as like a bedroom queen.
Yeah, and we see Darlene get emotional and pretty vulnerable with us as the viewer, saying, like, she never expected to, like, feel this closeness. She's never been seen, like, her drag's never really been seen before. She's always been a little too out of the box for people to understand. So it's really cool to see her have this moment. I think Darlene is so endearing. We've seen it all through the season. Like, I'm not sure she rubs anyone the wrong way, even when she's doing, like, the back and forth with Mia
Hmm.
trying to get the challenge last week. Like, it's not really like, there's no animosity or tension. She's a good time gal, and I think the girls see that. And I don't know, I like this moment for her.
Yeah. Okay, well, Miss
Yeah.
Darlene, they're featuring you. So cut to the runway where we see Miss Rupaul walking down. Dur, 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 dur. You know what? I love this look on RuPaul. I love the color. She's giving me Christmas tree realness.
Yeah, not Christmas tree.
Yeah. And actually this look reminds me of another look that she did. I think she wore it, I forgot what season she wore it for, but she also wore it when she was a guest on Saturday Night Live. It was like a pink color.
Mm,
But I love this look.
yeah,
What do you think,
it
Christian?
was it was super cute. It's the look that I've liked the best so far, like,
Mhm.
in a few weeks. The hair does not look a mess, and neither does the dress, and I'm like, "You know what? We're going back in the right direction. Thank you very much." So,
The train
yeah,
is back on track.
yes, sometimes, things are not perfect. Sometimes you're gonna go off track, but we're back in.
Mhm. And what do you think, Justin?
Yeah, I literally wrote, "Rue looks incredible finally." Um,
Not
and it's not even
finally.
that her looks have been bad. I think the wig has been off the last few weeks. What do I know at the
Yeah.
end of the day? But Today she looked extraordinary. I love the blonde. And blonde is like beautiful. I think this green looks incredible on her.
Hmm.
Yeah, she just looks stunning today.
Yeah. And then we cut over to Miss Michelle, which
Gorge.
what do you think, Justin, about Michelle's
She's
look?
gorgeous. I mean, I think Michelle is in drag always, and so,
Hmm.
I
You're
mean,
right.
she's hitting every box. She looks good.
Yeah. And what
Hmm.
about you, Christian?
I also think she looks great. Michelle has been looking like better and better and better all the time. We're not always a fan of the hair that she has on that day, but today she looks flawless, and I think she's a queen.
Yeah, and I don't know if you peeped it, but she was feeling Puerto Rican. I mean, she had her Selena wig on.
All right. Puerto Rican in this hair.
Selena was a Puerto Rican.
She's Mexican.
And then we have Carson. Yeah, he looked fine. I think this was like a blue cloud looking thing. I don't know. It was cute. It was whatever it is.
I liked his suit a lot. I
It was
thought he looked
whatever.
good. I think Carson is another one who always looks good. He's always in like a fresh suit. I never really
Hmm.
have a problem with what he's wearing. He's also like literally one of my favorite judges that they have.
Mm,
Anytime he's around, I'm having a good time. I think he's funny. He looks good.
nice work. And then we have the legendary icon, Miss Brooke Shields. I was like, work. I love this look. I was like, her legs looked amazing. But again, this is what you could look like when you are however age she is and you have money. That's what you could
Right.
look like. Yeah. But if you're poor, you can't look like that. But if you have money, you can.
Hello?
She looks really good. I
Hmm.
laughed because it looked like there's an added softness edit to her outfit that's giving her kind of this like season one filter glow a little bit. And I was like,
Just
okay,
a
Miss
little bit.
Filter, just a little bit of softness on this outfit, but she looked really good. I love this like pink, like body thing, corset
Hmm.
situation with
Right.
the
It was
cape.
still super cute.
Yeah.
First up on the runway, we have Athena, who was given Jane Cullen. Cullen?
Jane Collins. Jane Collins.
Jane Collin. I was like, I don't have no idea who that is. Again, I did not grow up in this era, but I wouldn't say I love the
She's from
outfit.
Dynasty.
Word, go off, Dynasty. Yeah, this is definitely something I would see Athena in. Even if this wasn't a challenge, Athena would have been rocking this look on a regular. But anyways, it was beautiful. I love the gold. So Athena, you get a boosty, yay. So yeah, what do you think about Athena's look, Christian?
I think Athena was a knockout today. I agree. I think that she would have been in this style regardless. It seems like she like consistently lives in this like 80s ruffles, shoulder pads era. But
Hmm.
she looks great in it. So I think this was a good moment for her to shine. And that color looks fantastic on her. Her mug looks great. So 10 out of 10. Yeah.
And
Busti-AE.
you give it a
I
what?
give it a Busti-AE.
Go off.
I too give this look a boosty yay. I'm here for it. I said Athena is a drag queen. Like this is a drag queen. And if there was any question that Athena wasn't a professional, look at the material because Athena's gonna bring it to you as she is a drag queen and she's gonna tell you she's a drag queen. She looks great.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
word.
I like Athena in brown hair. Let's bring brown hair back.
Yes.
I want brunettes to wear brunette. I love brunette hair. I need to see more of it.
Let's bring back that doodle brown hair.
Not Doodle Brown.
Not
Ew.
Doodle Brown, chocolate brown. It's
It's chocolate.
giving suede,
Yes.
like a nude suede brown.
Mahogany.
Yes, yes.
um, Next up we have Miss Jane Jones, who was given Kate Person. Kate who?
Oh,
Pearson,
darn.
Pearson.
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 Hmm.
Pearson.
Pearson.
From the B-52s. Again, I have no idea who these people are.
Right.
However,
Yeah.
I give the look a bustier. I do wish it was a little bit bigger. And again, this was the photo that she got of that person to recreate. I don't think Jay may have came up with this on her own. They're probably like, hey, this is who you're gonna do. So I think she did dragify the actual look for her own. I just wish it was bigger. But it was still a bustier for me.
Yeah. Not my favorite look that Jane has ever come down in the runway, but I don't think it's bad. like you said, I think she's still like I think she did a lot with what she was given. So
Mhm.
yeah, she still gets a Busti-A. Not my favorite, but it's a Busti-A.
I don't like it. Boosting nay for me. I don't feature this. I think it's boring, and she could have done something different.
Okay, work. All said. Next on the runway, we had Prince. And low key, I wish this is who Mia would have done for Snatch Game.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
But
where
I was
was this
like,
character?
no. Like she had so much energy as Prince. And I feel like if she came out as like Prince being Mia and Hood, that would have even been funny, even though we know who Prince is. But that's why I'm gonna give the look a bustier. But I also know why she couldn't have done it because again, this was her runway. So it's not like she had another runway to be like, hey, can I do this? But I thought it was good. It was amazing. Bustier.
Yeah. She also gets a Busti-A for me. It seems like Mia doesn't have a tough time being a character when she's not asked of it. Like when
Hmm.
but all of a sudden she's asked and she can anyway, yeah, the runway was great, Busti-A.
Yeah, Bustier for me. Love Mia. I that's it. No notes. I think she looks incredible. I love the detail of this like outfit. I think
Hmm.
it the ruffled collar and the cape and the Mia
Guitar.
Star customized guitar. Like she's hitting
That was
every
cute.
note. Like this is how you do drag race. This is what we need to see on the runway. So like she hit
Mhm.
every mark. Bustier.
Yes.
Yes.
Next we have Nini Coco as Cyndi Lauper with her TJ Maxx little sundress and her little accessories that Christian said she bought from Discord. For
Yeah, she
me,
borrowed that
it's a
from
boosty
Discord.
nay. It was a mother freaking boosty nay. Justin, what do you
Yeah.
think?
I have a hard time here because I get it, but I think the same notes that Jane got apply here. I think it's not enough. I need to see Tool. Like I was surprised not to see Tool and like extra like embellishments on her. Like it's just a
Right.
drag Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper's already in drag. Why do you look like the teenage version of her? Let's up the ante. Nini has been in bigger looks than this, so it's hard to think that Cyndi Lauper is like a little girl on the runway. It's a
Hmm.
Boosty Nay for me.
Hmm. What
Yep.
do you think, Christian?
Same thing for me, Busine. Just because it's like too simple. Like we saw Nini come out here in like various animals with
Like a
like
frog, like a fucking poison frog.
she was
Like
like a sea anemone the other day. Like, I don't
she was a
know.
brain.
I
She
was
was like the
like,
embodiment of a brain for her like
but
best feature. Like
I think these girls get, and I think maybe I would do the same too, where like when they know they slay in the challenge, they know that they could like skimp on the runway a little bit because they're like, I'm not going.
But she didn't know that this would have been that runway though. And I think that's the look that she had to bring for Cyndi Lauper.
Mm, okay, she still
Yeah.
got a boosting egg for me.
um And then next we have Miss Darlene Mitchell, who was Dolly Parton. I liked it. I thought it was cute. Bustier. I just wish she had bigger hips because we all know Dolly. Dolly is built like the white version of T.S. Madison, big titties and big hips. So, but it was still
Not
a
white
bustier for me.
TS.
Bustier for me.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you think,
bustier for
Christian?
me as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
she also got a bustier for me. It was kind of predictable though. I was like, oh no, Darlene as Dolly. We've never seen this before. But she looked really gorgeous. And the costume was not the costume, but she looked beautiful. So
Yeah.
bustier.
Bustier here as well. Again, Darlene's just so endearing. Dolly is like the perfect character for her. She looks incredible in my opinion. I don't think Darlene's ever looked like horrible on the runway. I think she's had some questionable choices, but she's never looked bad.
Hmm.
And tonight is no exception. She looks great.
Go off work. Next, we had on the struggle bus Kenya, please her. And like a couple of weeks
No,
ago,
you cannot.
one of our special guests, Francisco, said, Kenya pleaser is not pleasing me. And tonight, she was not pleasing me. It's a boosty Nay. And she was dressed as Shaka Khan. Busti-AE. Christian?
It was just like it's a bustier, and it like didn't fit well, and it just kind of looked like the fabric was like raw on the ends. I was like, why does the cut not even look finished, you know? And it sucks because like Kenya's gorgeous and Kenya carries herself so well, and I love her walk and I love her face and I love every single wig she comes on with. Like I don't think Kenya ever looks ugly, you know, but like these choices and outfits are just like not doing it for her on the runway. And I wish
Mhm.
that she like posed a little better on the runway.
Yeah, agreed. Busti-AE, again, just a disappointing day for Kenya between the bad Lizzo earlier in in the challenge to this, like, not even 80s Shaka Khan. Like, this is 21st century Shaka Khan. This hair is 21st century. This dress is giving, like, early 2000s, something she's just standing up and, like, at a concert doing. Mark and I literally looked up Shaka Khan 80s and we saw so many updos and big permed hair. And it's like, where is that detail? Like, this is not
Mhm.
80s. This is not the prompt. And honestly, she probably could have been this in the Snatch Game challenge and could have pulled off something different than Lizzo. You know,
Yeah.
like a Shaka Khan was like, I don't even know why I'm here. Like that would have been hilarious. You
Mhm.
know? Um, but again, not a good day for her, Busti-AE.
Yeah. Next, we had Miss Mikey Meeks as Olivia Newton-John. I liked the outfit. I hated the shoes.
That's stupid.
It was a bustier for me. Justin, I want to hear what you think about his outfit.
It's a Busti-AE, and this is why Mikey did not win the week. Like, and that's my opinion. Mikey did not get that win because of this outfit. It is, I mean, Mikey always looks mugged out. Like she's beautiful in the face. This hair is gorgeous on her. Like it's giving woman, but then the bodysuit is not enough. These shoes, I wish she had taken Darlene's big old chunky shoe, painted it this pink, and put it on, and I would have been like, she wins the challenge. All you needed to do is change the shoe, and I would have forgiven the fit. But this is not it. It's a Busti-AE. I love Mikey Meeks, but not in this outfit.
Yeah. Hey, what about you, Christian? Yeah.
I thought the outfit was like safe. Like it was draggy, but not draggy enough. I'll say that tuck is looking a little meaty.
What tuck?
But yeah, it was safe. It was a butuck. Um, it was safe though. Like Mikey did so well this week. Um, that again, just like Nini, like did so well, so exceptional, and then the runway was like, meh. So it's a boosty nay for me. This is not my favorite thing she's ever come down in.
Up next, we have Juicy Love Dion as Stella Cruz. She loves her a Latin star. And I say this look was amazing. And for the first time in Drag Race history, Juicy Love Dion has a big wig on.
Right?
So yes, Juicy, you got a bustier. Go on,
Yeah,
Christian.
bustier. 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 Juicy always looks amazing in everything, anything runway. I mean, like she turns it out on the runway 100%. So I knew she was gonna turn it out again. Um, I hate that the judges were saying Celia. They kept saying Celia Cruz. Did you guys notice that? But you know, her little Spanish blurb was very much giving J Lo
Yeah.
with Mi Gente Latino. I was like, girl, you don't speak Spanish. It was giving Kristen Wiig and Bridesmaids. Um, but yeah, she gets a bustier. We always love
And
Juicy on the runway.
what do you think, Justin?
Well, this is a Busti-AE. She looks incredible, and I am a Juicy Love Dion apologist. Like, no, is she thinking about her challenges when she has to speak out loud? No. Is she thinking about jokes she has to say? No. But she is gonna turn it. Her and her designer, her personal designer,
Okay. Her
every
and the
week.
Juicy Love Dion team
I
will turn
think
it out.
this looks like the wig she wore in that acting challenge with Mikey,
Yes.
and I think she
It
might have
is.
just freshened it up and styled it like a little bit better. I think she looks incredible. Kept her out of bottom two, I think, with this look. And I mean, again, this is what made me forgive her JoJo Siwa because she shows up on the runway looking like this, you know?
Yeah.
Busti-AE.
So you just clocked something that I didn't. You are now the official wig police because you clocked
Well,
her wig from the acting challenge that she did. Like I didn't peep that until just now. Oh my god, the girls are here repeated wigs like it's like left and right.
right.
They
I
said
mean,
we don't have
Juicy has been
tons.
coming for Juicy in the wig
Juicy
repeating.
Juicy has a track record of repeating some wigs, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She needed space for
Okay. It's okay.
all the garments she has. She's like,
Yeah.
I'll
Right,
bring the 3 wigs and I'll rotate them.
right.
Right.
And all right. So next and last on the runway, we have Discord Adams as Reba. And go off. She kind of looked like Reba. She could have done Reba in it. The outfit was, it was still like simple, but I feel like this is what we will see a drag look of Reba would be. So I liked it. I give it a Busti-AE.
Busti-AE for me too. I thought Discord looked fantastic. Um, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the past 2 weeks, Discord has been killing it on the runway. Um, and she's been like refining her like maximalism. So I love it. Busti-AE. It's beautiful
Mm-hmm.
on her.
I agree. Discord looks great. Discord pretty much, I think for the most part, has always looked great on the runway. I think she has a very good and clear perspective. All her garments sort of like reflect that. This like Reba look-alike competition look with the hair, like this is good drag. Discord looks good.
Yeah.
Busti-AE for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. So now that we've seen all the runways, now who had your favorite look on the runway tonight? And you can only pick one, not 2,
Mhm.
not deliberated. You only have one.
All right.
Who was your favorite one? I'm gonna start. My favorite look on this runway was Juicy, right? I love the blue. I love the hair. I love how long it was. I love how fitted it was, and it looked like she may have been wearing some pad for this one, right? For the first time in Drag Race history as well. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say Juicy had my favorite look on a runway. And what about you, Justin?
I Juicy had such a great look. It's hard for me to choose between her and my choice, which is Mia Star's outfit. I think Mia looks incredible on the runway. Mia is another drag queen. Like this is a cast of drag artists. Like they know what they're
Mm-hmm.
doing. They know what their face is supposed to look like. They know how their body is supposed to look like. And Mia just looks the fuck good. So that's my
Yeah.
top outfit.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Christian?
I think that it's Juicy for me too. I think Juicy's look is my favorite. I have an idea of who a second best would be, but you only asked for one.
Yeah.
So
Next one. Sorry. So at the count of 3, we're gonna scream out or say our top 2. I mean, our favorite, our second person. We just have to just say their names. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Athena.
Athena.
Juicy.
Oh, okay. All right.
But Athena,
So,
yeah, again, they were the best dressed, I think, of the week, the 3 of them.
Yeah,
For
mhm.
sure.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we see that the girls that were safe were Darlene, Athena, and Discord. And I know Discord is mad, and I will be a little bit mad too. And I think for the first time, I will justify Discord being upset, and I'm okay with it because she did really good. And then both Athena and Darlene were just like, thank God we're safe. Because, Darlene was like, she kind of knows she did mid. And Athena was like, girl, she definitely knew she did mid. So we can agree with that.
Yeah, yeah, that was
I
fair.
think that Discord could have replaced Jane, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it could have
I
been
agree.
one of them 2 in the top 3, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that all the placements were really fair.
Okay, worked. So we see that the winner of the challenge is Miss Nini Coco. Do you guys agree?
Mhm.
Yes.
I absolutely agree 100%.
Yeah, I agree too, but I just hated the outfit.
Me too.
It sucked.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we see in the bottom 2 are Mamma Mia and Miss Kenya, and they're both good girlfriends. And I was
I
like,
know.
I think at this point I was like, "Oh, Kenya girl, pack them bags because we know you don't know that lip sync."
Okay, let's talk about
That's what
it.
I was that's what I was thinking too. I was like, bye girl. It's
Mhm.
if it's
I
your time, it's your time.
I literally before the lip sync started, I'm a gamer. So I wrote GG, good game, Kenya. That's literally what I wrote before the lip sync. And when that lip sync happened, my jaw was on the floor at the
Yeah.
call, at the end. I was like, ain't
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah,
I
because
think Kenya thought she was going home too.
I think they
I don't
all
think,
thought Kenya was going home, which made the elimination so much more, like
Tacky.
heavy. Yeah.
but I didn't think Kenya outshined Mia.
And not at
She
all.
didn't. It was still messy. Kenya did look like she didn't know the words,
They kept
and I felt
zooming in
like
on her words. Yeah.
yeah,
It
and then
was
there were
not doing her
parts
any
where
favors.
they were trying to justify the edit for Kenya by not showing that she didn't know her words. Because the minute when you saw that she didn't know her words, they cut away, and I'm like, go back, go back. So I
Very
was
interesting.
gagging. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, no, mm-mm. But
Right. They said
anyways,
we can't have two dancer queens. They were like, we can't have three dancer queens in this bitch. Like one of them gotta go.
yeah. So ultimately, we see that Mia Star is going home and Kenya stayed, which I don't agree with. I don't agree.
No, I did not agree. Yeah, I
No.
think Mia outperformed her in the lip sync, knew all the words, like just had a better stage performance. I My theory, because I like reality TV, right? So I always like just look at this from that lens. Like I know that a lot of it's not gonna feel fair. So my theory is this Lollapalooza is going to Mia Star at the end of the season. And she's just gonna get her comeuppance at the end and get
I
her
think
little
it's gonna go to
flowers.
Juicy.
Well, my theory is that Juicy is gonna beat Athena in that Athena Juicy lip sync that's gonna happen, and Juicy is gonna make it to the finale, and Athena's not gonna make it to the finale, and it's gonna be like Athena's dream of trying so hard every year to do it. I think that's what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens, but that's my prediction. I
Hmm.
think Juicy will be in that finale. Mia will get her flowers at the Lollapalooza, and we'll see everyone again in All Stars.
Mhm, right. Also, I just want to say, who's picking these lip sync songs? What's going on? Production, we need
I
answers.
need
Like,
to
what
know.
PA is back there supplying the track
Like,
list?
Where's
who's
the
this one?
disco? Bring disco back. I want to hear disco on the main
Hello?
stage, you know?
Right? Yeah, and it should be that this was like an '80s runway. This is the song you gave us, but go off. So, our predictions. Who do we think is winning RuPaul's Drag Race season 18? No top two, no top four.
All
Who do
right.
we think is winning? Justin, go ahead.
This is so hard because I love them all. But Mikey
Yeah.
Meeks is my winner. After this episode, it sort of solidified in my head that Mikey is going to go all the way. She had this story arc of being underestimated by her peers and like, oh, we all thought you were going to turn in the lip sync anyway. Like, we're going to put you in the bottom. Oh, she's going to turn it for the rest of the season. I mean, I have been her fan since day one. I think she was a finale pick for me from the start. And I see her taking it home.
Hmm. And Christian, who do you think?
Well, that is a very, very compelling argument, Justin. And I will agree that Mikey is so strong, but I'm going to choose Nini Coco because those girls do not know what to expect from her. I think they see Mikey and they like know what she's good at. They
True.
can clock her strengths and they really know that she's not like that weak either. And Nini is like a wild card. Like Jane was saying, like, I don't really know what
Absolutely.
this girl's going to turn out, when she's going to do bad, when she's going to do good. And I as a competitor would want my competitors to feel that way. I don't want you to
Absolutely.
know which way I'm turning.
Hmm.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna choose Nini Coco.
Yeah. Christian, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say Nini Coco is winning RuPaul's Drag Race season 18 because, as we see, she could dance, she could do all the stunts, she can sew, right? And she can act, and she could also sing. And I think that alone, it gives her, like, it makes her like a triple threat, and she makes RuPaul laugh. RuPaul thinks she's funny. RuPaul loves her little white twink, so she
Yes,
has
she
all the
does.
check
RuPaul
marks.
knows that she has a black name.
Nini and them. She
Many
loves
of
saying
them.
Nini and them.
Right, and I was
Bitch.
saying this one of these episodes that she was calling and she was like, Nini,
She was
Deja,
like Kenya,
Fantasia.
Nia, Kenya, Mia, Nini and them.
Oh my God, RuPaul loves that Nini. So, low key, I feel like RuPaul like wish she was black. Like when she was watching the application and said Nini Coco, RuPaul was like, oh,
Oh,
she's
you're a
white.
white girl from Denver.
But you know what? I want to cast you. Yeah. That was really funny.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you guys for watching another episode of Boudoir Banter, where I definitely brought you guys to the boudoir and my special puppy, Christian, and our special guest, Justin, brought out the banter. So,
Yes, we did.
Christian, can you tell us where can we find you, and is there any projects that you want to plug and say?
Oh my God, thank you so much for asking. Well, if you're interested in following me, you can find me at The Christian Rez on Instagram and TikTok. There are some projects coming down the pipeline. I'm trying to populate my YouTube a little bit more.
Okay, and
That's
aren't
really
you coming out
cool.
with a cooking thing
Oh
soon
my God,
too?
I am cooking out with a cooking video as well. Me and my mommy did a little cooking video, and I'm gonna show you guys how me and my mom cook together.
Mhm. And we're putting it out right now. So after you guys watch this, head over to Christian's YouTube page and watch it because it will be out. Right,
That's
Christian?
right. Yes, it will. Don't look at me like that.
The
And
accountability.
Justin, tell us, where can we find you? What are you up to these days?
So you can find me on Instagram at underscore just in case you forgot, and that's like fully spelled out. I actually stream live on Twitch and I play some video games, hang out with a bunch of cool people. The vibes are just there. If you want to come and have a silly, goofy time, I'm live on Twitch Friday through Monday. No time scheduled, but it does happen those days. And you can find
You
me on
catch me, you
Twitch.
catch me.
Yeah, you can find me on
Mhm.
Twitch at just in case you the letter U forgot. And I'm on TikTok and Instagram as well. You can find clips and stuff there too.
Okay, work. And you could definitely find me here. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, OnlyFans. And all you got to do is just search Detoxx Busti-AE, which is Detoxx Busti. And maybe there's underscore AE. All right.
Maybe.
Because
Like if
some of
she
them,
don't
some of
know.
them has the underscore, but some of them is just like AE. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye.
Cut. Oh, so
Ow.
the end song is
Hey, 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 hey.
uh,